Happy Supreme Darkness release day! Did you guys see that? Today, I'm going to be showing off the new Speedroid support and what it can do. But of course, it got a few pendulums, so it is perfect with what we do often. So I hope you enjoy. Subscribe if you like pendulum, and hold up, we have YouTube memberships now! With this, you'll be able to access pendulum deck lists that may or may not be used in a video. Members only polls that decide what the next video will be. Emotes, shoutouts in every single video, and watch APM videos 1 or 2 days early before they come out. All this for $1.99. Everything gained from the memberships will be used back into content or equipment, so this is the best way to support the channel. Press the join button right here to help out. Now let's get into it. Thank you to City Cat Lover 68 and 65 for joining the membership. And here's the deck. So first we're going to start off with the Speedroid Terror Top. I'm so happy this card is at 3 now. It used to be at 1 for the longest time. So great to see for Speedroid specifically, this card being back at 3. And this is pretty much your starter. Marble Machine is also a starter, except the difference between these two is the fact that Terror Top is a free special summon when you control no monsters. So that's the best part about that guy. He's great. And of course, Marble Machine is a on normal summon only. It does lock you into winds. That's why we play wind cards only in the main deck and the extra deck. Without counting the hand traps, of course, but you know, you're not summoning the hand traps clearly. Also, we have another starter of sorts. So we have Ultra Hound. I will show off what would happen if you just draw the Ultra Hound. So that's gonna be in the combo section. But yeah, this one sends one Speedroid card from deck to graveyard. You're usually sending the duplicate to be able to do this, but there are times that you will want to send the Dendaigo Duke, and you get to do some cool stuff with this. So I like it a lot. And going to the new cards, we have Speedroid Blacker Nell. I have never read the name out loud until now, so that's my interpretation. The main reason you're playing this is for its skill effect. You can banish a Speedroid monster from your graveyard, or sorry, a Speedroid card from your graveyard to be able to place a Speedroid from your deck to the scale. So this is really cool. The fact that you have the option to potentially scale the Marble Machine and be able to pendulum summon. However, what you're usually doing is scaling the wing synchron. So this card is pretty cool. If you have it in scale, you have the clacker right next to it, you get to activate this effect, destroy both, and you get to synchro summon into Clearwing. So that's why you're playing the base Clearwing in this deck, mainly because of this. It helps being an extender most of the time, so it's awesome. I love it a lot. So really cool card. And also, if this card's sent to the extract, while you control 2 or more wind synchro monsters on the field with different types, you can send a Speedroid Spark Trap from the deck to the graveyard. You're usually sending the either the duplicate or you're sending the Clearwing Wander, since this has a pretty cool grip effect. So yeah, it's very interesting. The fact that this is pretty much an extender as well. This card's insane. I love it a lot. You could potentially play 2. I've been seeing like OCG lists play 2, but I personally like to play 1. But the fact that you kind of get your combos off just using it once. Drawing it is not the worst thing in the world, but it's still pretty nice, honestly. Moving on to more extenders, we have the Tegatomborg. Tegatomborg has been great outside and inside Speedroid. This card's amazing. But actually using its effect is really good here in this deck. You get to tribute itself, special summon 1 Speedroid tuner from your deck. Pretty cool. A lot of people don't know that it has that effect because they never used it like that. They just use it for XYZ materials. It's really funny. We have Card Turbo. We're playing 2 Card Turbos. You could potentially play 3, but it's not that necessary anymore, which is really funny to hear. So yeah, pretty good card. And now for the one-outs, we're playing the 1 Dendaigo Duke, we're playing the 1 Double JoJo, and we're playing the 1 Red-Eye Die. So the Red-Eye Die, usually you will end up summoning it off of the Tegatomborg to be able to change the level of any Speedroid monster you control. Awesome. We have Double JoJo. Double JoJo gets to summon 1 from graveyard. You're usually going to add this to your hand from the effect of a band shooter, or attempt to add it to hand because it is RNG. This deck is very RNG reliant, by the way. I should point that out. And then the Daikaduke is a really good extender where you banish it and special summon any Speedroid tuner. So, great card. Now, to the staples. Starting off with Full Loss. This card is really good for this format. Though, you don't want to spend the money. I get it. I don't have the money either. Just play Nibiru. Just play Nibiru the Primal Being and you're good. Okay, we're playing triple Ash Blossom, triple Effect Veiler, triple Imperm, 1 triple Tactics Talents, and 1 Call By. Pretty much it for all the staples. Very self-explanatory. These cards are really good for this format. They're awesome. Okay, time for the rest of the Speedroid cards. We have Speedroid Scratch. This card, you're playing it at 1 for the fact that you are going to be able to search this at some point. So, it's pretty sick, honestly. You have a 1-card combo from Ultra Hound pretty much, where, well, a 1.5 card combo because you need another Speedroid in your hand. So, where you add the Speedroid Scratch using the fact the Cord Shooter, then you're able to just like combo off because of this card. So, yeah, that's why you're playing 1 because of that line. Now we have Speedroid Wheel. This card is very RNG reliant. So, the fact that I cannot show this off in any combo because this card, you have to roll dice and sort of summon potentially 2 guys off of it. So, you can see why, right? It's like a Lightsworn combo where you're milling like 3 Wolf. That's like, that's too much. But yeah, you can get really lucky with this card. You can get really unlucky with this card. Whatever could happen. We're also playing the Speedroid Duplicate, which usually you're going to send it to the graveyard, but there are times that you will want to set it because this card is able to bounce a card on field. We had the Speedroid Clearwing Wander. This card is so odd. It's really good. It's like really good because I'll read it out right now. Target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different monster types among the winged synchro monsters you control. Destroy them. That's the set effect. So this set effect already is like really good. So you want to try to add it. Though like we don't have that many lines to be able to add it unless we go out of our way to do it, which will end on a weaker board. So like it's very interesting. Like when you draw this card, it's way better because you're able to just like end on that board and end on like, you know, be able to set this down and pop everything, which is insane. Also, I'll read out the second effect, which is the banish effect. Your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 winged synchro monster you control, banish it, then return it to the field. Very interesting effect, right? Because like the only scenario I see this like coming up, it's like if you want to like re-trigger something, maybe like re-trigger a card that is not a once per turn, which we have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which is a once per turn per card, but like you could just banish it, bring it back, it affects going to activate again because it is not a hard once per turn. So yeah, this card's very interesting because of that. So yeah, that's pretty much for the main deck. Honestly, this is probably one of the most interesting cards that I've ever read for a Speedroid deck though. But yeah, let's get into the extra deck. Starting off with Rubber Band Shooter. This card is so RNG reliant, but it has a really cool effect. You get to banish a win synchro monster, usually banishing the Clearwing Fast Dragon, then select 2 Speedroid monsters from your deck that equal to that level, like combined, and 1 gets added to your hand, 1 gets sent to the graveyard. So usually what you're adding off of this is the double JoJo and the Terror Top. So of course, the best case scenario is the double JoJo gets added to your hand, but you can be put into a position where Speedroid Terror Top gets added to your hand instead, which is like, it's not awful, but it is like one's clearly better than the other one, right? So like a board could be so much better if you get lucky. Yeah, that's just how it works. Honestly, it's really funny the fact that we have this as like a mechanic pretty much for this deck. So yeah, this is the RNG pendulum deck pretty much. Okay, we're playing Double Cork Shooter. This card is really good. It gets on summon. You can either do 2 effects. You summon both of the materials that you use for the Synchro summon if they are in the graveyard, so you cannot summon back the Marble Machine or the Clacker or the Wing Synchron if you use either of those. Or you get to add a Speedroid Star Tracker from your deck to your hand, which is pretty cool, honestly. You could potentially add the Clearwing Wanderer, which is really cool. So yeah, you have that option. So one of the new cards is High Speedroid Glider 2. This card is so cool. It's meant to summon a new guy, like this guy right here, the level 12. So on summon, you get to special summon a level 7 or lower winged synchro monster from your graveyard. So already really good because you're able to just summon back the clear wing you used as a part of the combo that you use the wing synchron in, which awesome. I love it a lot. And then you're able to just synchro summon it using it. The second effect that this card has, it's not too relevant. It's just an increased level effect. Don't worry about it, honestly. I don't think it will ever come up. But hey, you can give it a read if it does. Chambara is just a really cool card to be able to go for a game easier. This card attacks twice and gains 200 for each attack, which is used to be the best card for going for games back in the day. We have access code Talker now. We have Boros Sword if access code ever gets banned. So I don't see people playing this generically anymore, but it is really good in Speedroid though, because you do not have the option to go for access code here, because you are locked into wins. Yippee. Speedroid Hagoira. This card is so cracked. People don't talk about how cracked this card is. The day Speedroid becomes like a tier 1 threat, this card is like the one to be banned. Oh my god, this card's insane. So if you control a Speedroid tuner, you get to summon this from the graveyard. Doesn't get banished or anything right after, so you can just summon it back the next turn if you want. It is so good. So there are lines where you can make double Crystal Wing off of this, which the way you do it is with Haguira. Pretty cool combo. And next up we have pretty much our little flex spot here. I was about to say Datascape Beast, but no, that's the name. Virtual World Beast Juju. This card is pretty cool. I like this card a lot, but it is a flex spot. You could change this for any other Speedroid card. So I'm playing this because it is really good with Speedroids for the fact that you control 2 or more monsters in the graveyard with the same type and attribute, which most of these are machines. So it will most likely happen. This card cannot be destroyed like by battle or card effects. So you pretty much can stay with a guy on field, and if your opponent doesn't have a way to out it, then you're just sticking with him. It's like a little Baguska if Baguska wasn't a floodgate. And also it is good removal. You get to like banish 2 with the same type and attribute and be able to target 1 card on field, send this to the graveyard. It's not even destruction, so it's awesome. Next up we have Clearing Fast Dragon. This card usually is just a target for cover ban, but potentially if you can summon it, it's not even that bad for the fact that it can target 1 special summon monster and negate its effects and change the attack to 0. Not a bad effect at all. Okay, we have the Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is great. I explained already that you usually summon this off of the Speedroid Wing Synchron, which is awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much the reason. 2 Crystal Wings is a monster negate. Awesome card. I love this card to death. Generally, it is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card of all time, behind Harmonizing Magician. Okay, next up is one of my favorite Speedroid cards of all time, Speedroid Kite Drake. This card is so insane. On Synchro Summon, this card can either do one of 2 things: destroy all other cards on field. It's like Black Rose if Black Rose didn't destroy itself, or negate the effects of all face-up cards on the field. Even back row that's face up. This card is so useful. I love this card a lot. And yeah, it's amazing. I love this card a lot. Also, when this card is destroyed by your opponent's cards, you can add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. Of course. Sure, that's fine. It's such a dumb card. I love it so much. Okay, we also have the Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is okay. It is just a Spell Trap negate. I don't think it's the best, but you have a way to summon it easy in this deck. Then yeah, that's why we're playing it. And of course, the Crystal Clear Wing over Synchro Dragon. They're just making the lanes even longer. I love it. This card is a Omni negate. It is a pretty good Omni negate. I like it a lot. And yeah, when this card leaves the field by your opponent's cards, you can present one clear wing monster from your extra deck, which is okay. It's alright, because like it's not the best. If you haven't summoned the Crystal Clearwing, then it could be good, but I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, this card's really cool though. I like it a lot. I really wish you could summon Crystal Wing off of it, since the lines you go into this card are not lines that you can make Crystal Wing easy, or like multiple Crystal Wings. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but it's fine. I don't mind. So yep, that is it for the deck profile. Now let's get into the combos. So for our first hand, we have Terratop, Ash Blossom, Imperm, Wonder, and the Morrow Machine. The best part about having the Morrow Machine and the Terratop is the fact that Terratop does not need to search the Morrow Machine, so we're able to go for a different line this time. So let's get into that. Okay, summoning the Terratop effect, adding the Clacker. We're able to normal summon the Morrow Machine using the Morrow Machine effect, adding ourselves the Tecton Board. We're able to use the Tecton Board effect, summoning the Red Eye Die, and now we're able to change the level of the Terratop. We're able to go for a level 3, and we have the Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter effect, summon both of them back. And now we're gonna use the effect of Red Eye Die to change the level to 4. So we're able to summon the Hagoida right now, and we're able to scale the Clacker effect, putting the Synchron effect, destroying both. I did not mention during the deck profile section that Clacker has a effect. Once it is destroyed by Battle Card effect, it is able to summon a Clacker from deck. So you get to summon a Clacker and also send a Spiral Trap from deck to graveyard using the effect of Synchron. So now we make the Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon, god these names are long, and activate the effect of Duplicate in graveyard, being able to target the Hagoida, lower its level by 1, so we're able to make the High Speedroid Glider. And now we get to activate the effect, summon back the Crystal Wing, the Clear Wing I mean, and summoning the Crystal Clearwing over Synchro Dragon. Yippee! God, these names are so long. Then we're gonna activate the Horror Band Shooter, using its effect, banishing the Juju, adding ourselves a level 6 total. So we chose the Denden Daiko Duke and the Card Turbo. In this case, we did not banish the level 7, for the fact that we already activated the effect of Terratop, so it wasn't relevant. So this time banishing a level 6 made sense, and because right now we just need to summon a level 3 tuner, which these two are a level 3 tuner, so it doesn't matter. We use the effect of Core Banshee to do a normal summon of a wind monster, normal summoning the Denden Daiko Duke, and we're able to activate the Hagoida in graveyard, summoning itself, and then going to Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Then setting here, Speedroid's Clearwing Wander can destroy 1 in this case right now, because we only have dragons right now. But having the Glare effect, which is kind of crazy, to be able to, after doing that pop, and if our opponent special summons a monster, we're able to just put back the Crystal Wing once you already used the effect clearly. We're able to have that effect again, which is awesome. I love to see that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this combo. Now let's get to the second combo. So for our second combo, we have Ash Blossom, Ultra Hound, Red Eye Die, and 2 Imperms. Pretty much this is our 1.5 combo, or 1 card combo, quote unquote. And here we go. We're gonna normal summon the Ultra Hound, use Ultra Hound effect, sending the duplicate effect, going to the lower level, summoning yourself, being able to summon the Cork Shooter. Cork Shooter will get us the Spiral Trap. This is the line I was talking about. We have the Speedroid Scratch here. You're gonna use Speedroid Scratch, discarding the Red Eye Die. Then you're gonna go Clacker effect, banishing the Scratch, be able to scale the Synchron. You're able to use the Synchron effect. Now you're gonna do the 2 chain links here, summoning the Clacker, and we're able to send the Speedroid Clearwing Wander to be able to use that effect. So that's gonna be awesome. Okay, we're gonna go into Aurora Band Shooter using those 2, and this time I'm going for this line. So Clearwing Fast Dragon will be a level 7, and that will choose between a double JoJo or a Terratop, or it'll randomly choose between those 2. So I picked the most unluckiest route, since EdoPro does let you choose in the testing room. So I picked the most unluckiest one in this case. So I added just the Terratop, because the double JoJo would make a better board in general. So let's say you're just unlucky, like a very unlucky person. Okay, we're gonna normal summon the Terror Top using the effective Aurora Band Shooter, and we're able to add ourselves to the Morrow Machine. Now we're gonna go into the High Speedroid Glider 2, summoning the Clear Wing. Then you're able to go to Pistol Clear Wing over Synchro Dragon, and you set 2 and pass and have the Morrow Machine up for next turn as follow-up. So yeah, it's just 1 negate plus the 2 imperms, but since your hand was filled with hand traps, you should be fine. So yeah, that's pretty much the combo for like the weakest synchro combo that this deck can do realistically. So yeah, that should be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Do the membership if you want to support the channel. And let's go.